And so as the WCC Central Committee continues its work, we are meeting today with a member of the Executive Committee of the World Council of Churches, Reverend Professor Dr. Presa. Welcome to Geneva. Are you able to give to our audience some information about the structure and the importance of the Executive Committee in the life of the World Council of Churches?
Yes. So the main governing body is the Assembly that meets about every 8 years, composed of delegates from the various member churches. Since the Assembly meets every 8 years, it elects a central committee, which is a governing body of 150 delegates from that Assembly. Since the central committee doesn't meet often, it elects an executive committee. The executive committee meets twice a year in between the meetings of the central committee, and it has delegated authority from the central committee, so it acts as a fiduciary body to take care of program, of budget, of personnel, those particular issues that we work closely with the General Secretary and his management team in order to implement the strategies that the Central Committee has charged it to do and which is directed directly from the Assembly.
Thank you. And as you represent the Presbyterian Church, U.S.A., are you able to share more with us about the main challenges, top issues in North America for the churches in North America right now?
It's interesting that you asked that question because at the Assembly, when the North America region met, and so the U.S. delegates and the Canadian delegates, we actually had a mechanism within that joint gathering where we actually use a particular app where the delegates were able to identify, here are the top 15, and then we actually came down to the top 3. So for U.S. and Canada, we shared, for example, shared concern about climate change and shared concern about poverty and economic injustice. In terms of emphasis of like the top ones, for the US, gun violence and racism. For Canada, the justice for Indigenous peoples and how to address abuse and historical, institutional, and societal abuse with respect to Indigenous communities in Canada. And so there's shared challenges that we identified as well as distinct to Canada and the U.S.
Very important. Thank you so much. All the best as you continue the Central Committee work.